Good morning and welcome back to the Healing Harvest. I believe I started this channel about a month ago approximately. And when I tell you so much can happen in such a short time, I always say you never know what tomorrow is going to bring. And you really don't. You don't know what the next minute is going to bring. So with that being said, a lot, like I said, has happened. The last time you guys joined me, I was harvesting potatoes. Um, and I know I said I was putting them back in the bin to see what would happen, but I was just joking. I know that once I harvested them, that was the end of it. So I did harvest all of the potatoes, even the itty bitty tiny ones, and made use of those. So they were cooked, they were eaten, they were enjoyed. And so grateful for the smile harvest, although disappointed, still very grateful. I'm not going to take up a lot of time today. I just wanted to check in with you guys, tell you thank you so much for the guide, for you guys' support. Thanks for the few of you all that have joined my channel. Thanks for the encouraging words. I genuinely appreciate it. I am learning as I go, and I know I have a lot to learn. But thanks for hanging in there with me and for supporting me. So today I just want to talk about just how life can change so quickly and overextending yourself and knowing when to let go. So today we're going to harvest this peach tree. This peach tree is crying to have some relief because it is overextended. And what I mean by that is the peaches on the tree have gotten so heavy that the branches are now hanging and drooping and touching the grass, as you can see. And so this tree is beyond needing to be harvested, and it needs some love and attention. Because it has gotten so heavy, because of the fruit, it has also broken a few of the leaves. I'm sorry, the limbs are broken. So I am super sad because I am going to have to discard of those peaches because they're not going to grow because the limbs are no longer connected to the tree efficiently, I guess. But I think it's kind of a life lesson as well. So just to kind of catch you up, I'm just getting over COVID. Don't know how I got it, but I've been down with COVID for the past few days. And again, that's why I say you just never know what life is going to bring you. One day you're up, the next minute, bam. Like, that's just what it was for me. I was feeling fine. The next minute, I know, I was out showing some properties. Said my throat was a little scratchy. Decided to take the rest of the day off. And the next day went to urgent care, got tested, came back with COVID. Then I came home and tested myself. It came back positive with COVID. So I guess I have COVID. Needless to say, with COVID, with my temporary house guest that I had that I was caring for, with this arthritis that I found out I had in my feet. Fast forward, I did go get a steroid shot. That was very painful. So I have been researching different things that I have in the garden that can help with this inflammation because I don't think steroid shots are going to be the way to go. So I've been utilizing quite a few things in the garden, especially during this COVID phase. So let's talk about it. And then we'll get into pruning this tree. After doing a little research, I decided to go out to the garden and turn to a few of my herbs for support. I used elderflower for my immune system, mullein and thyme to help clear my lungs, and marshmallow root to soothe my throat. I also sipped tea with ginger, lemon balm, and wild bergamot to help with the inflammation and give my body a chance to rest. On top of life just getting in the way. But procrastination plays a huge role. It allowed it to get too heavy. And because it got so heavy, some of the limbs broke, which is quite naturally to be expected because it's a small tree and it can only hold so much, right? So for me, putting it in perspective, because I always try to correlate the garden and life. And God is funny. We can only hold so much, right? We can only carry so much. We can only do so much. We can only be so much. So, if you're anything like me and you're an empath or a nurturer or you just overextend yourself because you care, this is a warning to pivot. Pivot and know how much you can hold so that you don't break. That's the lesson. Know your capacity. And when you're at your capacity, be okay with saying no and letting that be the full sentence. With no regret, with no shame. Just a solid no. Because you don't have the capacity and you don't want to break. And we sometimes need to be pruned. My mother stopped by to drop off a watermelon that she picked up for me from my grandpa. She decided to stick around and help with pruning on the tree. We collected 2 buckets. However, we still have a tree that's hanging to the ground. So grateful for her help, and it was her birthday.